Good evening and welcome. Thanks for waiting a little bit. Michelle is still getting ready.
She'll
How
be
was
on
your
here a
day,
little bit,
Hershey?
but she'll definitely be in chat.
Oh, it should be in chat. Okay.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday.
It is.
It is. It is. It is. So
Well,
how is your day so far?
um, well, it was okay till I got in here. They're on the floor, so it's at your door. How many are at your door? Well, at least 20.
Not 20.
Yeah, 20. I, I finger fudged that up.
I'm sure there's probably a lot of people live right now. I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, no, like, I know of
So
a couple.
we'll just sit here and talk shit for a little while. People be strolling in. They'll be strolling in.
I can't get them. There's two holdouts.
Yeah. There's nobody here. It's just us. No rush.
So did you have a good day today, Hershey?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad.
Did you do anything like go to the ocean or walk Sir Cole or?
Paige came over and we had lunch, and it's just been a peaceful, quiet day. Hello to all the gems coming in. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Rossi.
Rossi. How you doing, Rossi? How was your week? They're all over the place. They're all over the place. You all right? Where are you trying to go to?
Well, I want to go to the kitchen and get my wine.
Oh,
Hello, Amanda. How are you?
okay.
We're just waiting for a few people to come in. I got my hospital bill today. Well, I didn't get the bill. I got the explanation of benefits. And oh, you had jury, did you, Rossi? You got to pay attention in that. And I know I was on a 3-day case, and I was wiped out after that. My boss is so American. He says, "Just don't go."
You see, you'll be okay.
So
Oh, so do I need to move or adjust or something?
now you're
Oh, y'all, that is the gorgeous voice of Mosaic Insight. She didn't want to be on camera today, so nobody gets to get blessed to see her. I found another hole and another pair of clothes.
oh now you need to quit putting holes in your clothes.
I need to, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I need to.
So the explanation of benefits from my insurance company did have the hospital bill total on it. I don't know if that uh, includes the surgeries or not, but it
But
was they they billed the insurance company $152,000.
wow.
And
Tell me
my
you say
my
that.
cost will be my cost will be after what I've paid on my annual deductible of $8,400. So I think I've already paid like $600 from last year. So I don't think I need any more medical bills, but thanks for the offer, Amanda.
What was I can't see the comments, so what's it say? Mo's supposed to be here helping me with the comments, but she's somewhere in the kitchen getting her something to sip on. Oh, that does not help.
That does not help.
No, I put so the camera is like across the table from me, and all I have is just my phone anyway, so it's already teeny tiny. So now it's even teeny tinier. What's it say?
It says I can send you my medical bills.
Um, well, I mean, if we want to compare medical bills, I have a plethora of them that I don't think we really want to talk about. So they accumulate so much.
I don't know. Sort of like the bubbles.
There's fair going on again this weekend,
Yes.
and I want a pair of the damn socks so bad. So they got these thigh high socks at the Renaissance Fair, but they're like pirate striped. Oh, they're so damn cute. I am so tempted to go get me a pair because the Renaissance Fair this the last weekend and it won't be back till next year. And apparently they get different stuff every year or whatever. And it's just like, well, what if I don't get any thigh high socks? I don't know what I'm gonna do with them or where I'm gonna wear them. I would absolutely just wear them around the house. I mean, they're so damn cute.
So
They're
is it
so
like the little? Is it like the little red and white mini stripes
so
going
yeah,
around
they're
them?
stripes. They go horizontal.
Mm-hmm.
But they come in like every freaking color you can think of, striped with white. Like so, it's white in any color you can think of. They've got that different, and they come all the way up, so you can get them in small, medium, large, and extra large. And I'm like, well, we got measuring tape at the house. I'm just gonna measure and then do whatever the division of figure out if I'm a small, medium, or large. I'm probably a medium. So
I I'd say I'd say I'm a medium with those
oh, you're
little
you want a
little
pair?
legs.
Is that what you're trying to say? You want some thigh high pirate socks? I think I'm
Absolutely
gonna
not.
get there. I'm a size medium. I love it. I love it. What does the comment say? I can't see. I'm gonna have to adjust the damn camera. Mo, you got the screen up? What's it say?
You can put it on the TV. Or the plate.
I
It
don't need it.
says tropical empress spirit. Amanda says it's hell to be sick and have medical problems. I truly feel for you. My hubby's medical bills from 3 years ago is over $40K that I'm still paying for. The insurance wouldn't pay for his hospital stay. Yeah, I would say the insurance system is sort of broken in this country. Well, maybe not sort of, but is broken. The hospital was out of network. Yeah, I made sure that my friend Orland dropped me off at the right emergency room. I knew I was going to have to go when my foot was swollen up. We'd been fighting an ulcer on the bottom of the foot, and he thought he had it cleaned out and on the way healing, but apparently the course of antibiotics didn't work, and about 4 weeks into it, I woke up one day and there was a pocket of pus, about old type silver dollar size on top of my foot. And so I made an appointment to go see him, and I said, well, I think it's infected. And he said, yeah, it's infected. And he wrote a prescription out and said to see a certain surgeon, and he said, what's your insurance? And I said, I'm in the Memorial Healthcare Network. And so he said, well, just go to your closest Memorial and we'll get this doctor assigned to you. Just take this prescription into the emergency room and they'll get surgery all set up. And the surgeon, he was really nice. He was an older gentleman. The foot community here in Houston will be in sorry shape when he retires, because he's good, got a good bedside manner, keeps a clinical practice during the day, and he does surgeries at night. So my first surgery, I went in like Wednesday at noon, and my surgery was Friday at 10 p.m. and I was in recovery at midnight. So, and I sort of came out of the anesthesia as they were finishing up, and I said, I feel that, but I don't feel any pain. I just feel the movement of it.
I know, and I ain't doing nothing but sitting here, make that make sense.
That's too bad, Amanda. I'm so sorry about that. Is this a late husband or an ex-husband or a estranged husband? Well, that's none of my business. Not but anybody else's. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to pry. We got 2 Amandas in here. Hi, Amanda Carroll.
So we are doing reads tonight, guys. If anybody wants a read, if you want one.
So Amanda Carroll says, what you do in the separate places? Are you on permanent vacation, Hershe? So the thing is while Hershe was away, the apartment, the neighbor upstairs left his water on for 2 days and had a leak in Hershe's room, and soaked the ceiling and the drywall and stuff. And so in the haste of the homeowner to get it cleaned up, her handyman just took the wet drywall down and put more drywall up without checking to see what the extent of the damages were. And hi, John. And in like 3-4 weeks later, I noticed that there was mold coming through the ceiling and the drywall in the closet in the bathroom. The bathroom wall had begun to slump. So he came back and he tore off all the ceiling and drywall and just left it exposed. And my understanding was that, once they sprayed it down for mold and let it dry out, that they would be back. Oh no, he never dried it properly. He just took the wet stuff off and put in new stuff immediately. And so Hershe's room is like
Correct, Don.
a construction zone, and she's not going to fix it until she sues the guy upstairs and gets money from him to fix it. Well, it's certainly not safe for us to be living here while that's all exposed. It smells musty, mildewy, damp. All the stuff in Hershe's closet had to come out and got thrown in bins or boxes or on top of her bed, and then everything was tented with plastic before they took the molded drywall down. So it is not vacation, that's correct.
It is not.
So I'm mourning the fact that I'm losing Hershe, because of all the roommates I've had in my life, Hershe was absolutely the best roommate I ever had. We're partners in crime. Yeah, I am just like, I had a big cry over having to send Creep to the acreage, and I had a big cry over losing Hershe. But she'll be back Monday on Amtrak. We're gonna go pick her up, and then we're not gonna worry about it the first night that Hershe's back. We're just gonna catch up and relax, and then the next day we'll start at the
I'll pack up
process of getting Hershe packed up and moved. And
gotta find somewhere. Can't stay there. So, how is everyone else doing? How does everybody's work week went? I hope everybody had a really good week.
And not only am I only losing a friend, but such a mentor in this tarot woo-woo spiritual journey that life has taken me on. But I'm sure there'll be messenger calls.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop. You're gonna make me cry. Stop it. Stop it.
Blessings, Fatima. Thank you for being here. Hello, Tarot Asked Backwards. Jeff has joined us.
What's up, brother Jeff?
So I guess this would be a time to talk about a download that I got last night about the nation's 250th birthday next year on July 4th. It's called, what is it called? It's called a semi-quintennial celebration. And in the download, I was told that people that don't align with America or don't share our values or the enemy states we have made and are making, they will have protests on the 4th of July that year, 2026. And we will also have protests. Well, there'll be people out celebrating, but there'll be protests as well here. And if everything goes peacefully, that'll be it. But if some cities overreact or governors overreact and send in National Guard and situations get out of hand and there becomes violence, um, the next day there will be worldwide celebrations in those towns that protested the day before. Have a good life, Amanda. Thanks for stopping in.
Night. That is a deep. That is a deep download. Let's hope that there's no riots and bad stuff.
Yeah. There will be protests. I think that's just a given.
It'll be healthy when it's done right.
Well, our Constitution allows us to peaceably assemble. And I know that that's the same argument that Trump did when he riled up people to go from the mall to the Capitol on January 6th. But it didn't stay peaceful. Mosaic, did you want a reading, or is that just what people? Are you just giving an example of what people should do?
I'm getting this party started. The reading.
She said she wants to get the party started with a reading.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got Mo and Rossi so far. Anybody who would like a read? All you gotta do is type me in capital letters and I will start you. Do you have a certain subject you would like us to read on, Mo?
Certain subject or question.
Blind spot. What you doing with that?
I cannot do a blind spot with this. I don't have my deck. You'll have to wait on deck.
All right, you're going to your roommate situation.
Oh Lord, have
I'm just
mercy.
kidding. Nah, just general advice.
She said a general about her new upcoming roommate.
Getting on that part. That's too close.
She says she's kidding.
All right, right, cut my apple.
Me. You left me while I was shuffling cards.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Amanda, I got you, and I think I've got
No, card.
you.
He's got
your
Mo first.
question. Yeah.
Right. You guys start telling me about something.
Does Mo want us to go for her?
Yeah.
And what was her question?
She just wants a general.
Just a general.
Yeah, just a general.
Okay, so I'll start.
Oh, well,
And
you know that's how it goes anyway.
first, first you got the moon upright, and that means using your intuition, especially since we're at that new moon phase. Um, it's the time to manifest and feel the cues and subtle signs all around you. And then you've got the Ace of Buckets, which is the Ace of Cups in my deck. And what this is saying is that you can manifest your heart's desire, your true passion. Um, Whether this is a love interest, which I don't think that you're currently seeking love, it might be a good time to be receptive to any suitor that might come into your life um, uh, spontaneously. And then we have your signature card as the final outcome. And so the Empress, there you are. You're at the end of your reading. So remember, wherever you go, there you are. And remember to nurture those that you care for around you, um, especially Sir Cole, uh, and to nurture yourself. Take a day off, put your toes in the sand at the beach, whatever you do to center and ground yourself, and things will be hunky dory. I think things will be looking up in the near future for you if you've not been having the best of times. And that's what the cards have to say for you this week.
Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome.
So I went ahead and I tried this blind spot, right? Just because GP, it's me, and I'm a Gemini, and I can do what I want to do because I got Taurus horns, right? And it's new moon energy. So I was like, fuck it, try it anyway. So we gonna have to like, we gonna go in a whole circle, but it's gonna make sense in a minute. So just give me a second here. So anyway, I'm starting with your last card that you got from Brother Thomas, right? So I'm starting off strong with that Empress energy, right? So when you think about the Empress energy paired with the Ace of Cups, that is a strong coming in at the top of the pyramid because what it is it's blocking, it's overlaying the Five of Swords, right? So when you think about that Five of Swords energy and you understand that you need to literally start under relying on senses, right? You need to start putting more of you forward and possibly getting out of the way. Hold on one second. Even if it is in conflict or strife or whatever that is. But see, there's these little boxes. This is that the unveiled tarot. And like I be understanding what it is, but there's like these little boxes that sometimes it be wanting you to focus on. And that's the part they want me to focus on, right? So I need to read what that little box is pointing out. Because that's like the other side of the coin. It says, don't get do not create greed, loss, and detect dejection and hopelessness while you're in this frame. Win will come, but it should not lead by the allowance of self involved boasting. So, I think the part they really want you to focus on is this part, right? So, you've got already that energy going on, but it's at the bottom, right? It's not even like it's sitting at the front of the stove boiling over. What you got at the front of the stove boiling over is this Ace of Cups and this Empress energy that are on top of this. So in a way, they're kind of blocking that, right? So make sure that you lead with them and not like get cocky about yourself or start boasting about anything. And even though that's not your MO, that's not who you are, we are all capable of it. We all have a devil and an angel with us at all times. So just kind of remember that state of mind. Don't forget that you are always an empress. And the promise of the Ace of Cups, yeah, that could be someone coming into your life real special, but it could also be you making a promise to yourself to keep growing with your gifts, your ability, and your want to learn more because there is a payoff. So I do see a blind spot. I don't know how this worked out, but look at how it happened, right? So when we think about this blind spot is kind of again blocking something, right? So it's loves me not, right? But it came out sideways. So you have to think about this is more about the promotion, right? So this is about knowing that your fears are shifting, right? So that means you're doing what with that fear? You're transforming it. You're transmuting that fear, that pain, of that thing that's holding you back, you're transmuting that into something else. So as you transmute it, you begin to believe in other things. And as you are learning to believe, even if you are picking it off, you could always end with I love me, right? Instead of I love me not. So the chances of you landing on I love me are going to be much stronger as long as you remember that this is what you're holding back. This is what you're blocking, right? And it came in numerical order, right? Because this loves me not is 31 that has a good possibility. And this 32 is the two face. And the two face is all about not working with yourself, not wanting to put yourself back together. Every time you rip yourself apart, you only put the greed first or the lust or the want first, right? You have to because you think that's how you're going to ultimately win. But what you find out in the long run is that you're actually being two-faced with yourself because you're not giving yourself a chance to get to the flower that says, I love me, I choose me. And that's the best part of it because it fell sideways. You've got a 50-50 shot of that blind spot literally going in your favor. So when that challenge does come your way, hold on real tight, Mosaic, and don't let it get out of the way. On top of that blind spot, they wanted you to know that you got a couple of archetypes that are going to show up probably around the same time, and that is the vow. The vow is about remembering your oath, your promise, and the contract that you made with your soul, the promise that you make to yourself every single time you look in the mirror, and the oath that you give yourself every time you put them shoes on and you remember that it's 2 feet and a heartbeat that is getting you through every single moment and every single day. And like Thomas said, everywhere you go, you take you with you. So all you got to do is reclaim all of your energy back. Don't let nobody have it. Take it with you. That way you don't have to worry about nobody doing nothing sneaky behind you, especially knowing there's a blind spot back there for you. And the other thing that they wanted you to know, and I cannot say the word, but you would spell it Kairos. It is about methodical timing and synchronicities. And you know what? I know you well, and all I can tell you is you know all about them. So pay very, very, very close attention to those synchronicities because the timing does mean something very specific. So just make sure that you stop, pay attention to what's going on, look around, listen, see, feel, and pay attention. There's something there that they need you to understand. And that's what I got for you.
Thank you.
And
I get a blind
did you
spot
guys
that is, but
Beautiful. I don't have my phone. I gotta go get it now. Just say thank you on chat.
she says thank ya.
did you guys put cinnamon out for the new moon? Is that what you do in the new moon?
Cinnamon out. Do I need to put
We do have cinnamon out, but yeah, let's put some fresh out.
as I go to the kitchen?
Yeah, and grab your funny phone because I want to know what chat says because I sure can't see that shit. And we said,
Miss Miss Charity stopped in. I don't know if she's still here. Um, but we are at that new moon phase, and new moons are for manifesting things. And you don't sweep on new moons. Is that what you said?
Um, It's all about manifesting, you know. So I would have said sweep the day before. If you want to do any rituals or uh have any intentions or any
So
of that
ritual
that you
cleansing
want
of
to
a house.
perform in the moon with the moon energy, um, I would say probably not. You should have done that like to prep the day before, maybe, possibly. I would say no laundry either, but you know, some people do things very differently. But you know, I'm one of them that I believe that there should be one day a week where you don't do that. And if it's a ritual day, then you should not do any housework because you should be spending the time spiritually getting yourself ready if you know you're doing something like a ritual that day. So I don't know. I guess I've done it most of my life or some kind of form or fashion. So like I would like if somebody's like, I'm doing this and I'd be like, oh, I'll catch on the next one, but at least let me know like 24 hours in advance, you know, to make sure that I haven't, you know, done anything that I don't feel I should participate in on a day that I know I'm doing some intense spiritual work. But that's just me.
And then Hershey, do you know who Dolores Cannon is?
Sounds familiar.
She gave like metaphysical lectures, and she had a like hypnosis, past life regression practice going during her lifetime. She's now deceased, but I did see a lecture of hers today, and it said that when people are manifesting, half the people come at it the wrong way. Um,
Uh-huh.
if you come from it as I need this or that, you're coming at it from a spirit of lack, and it's hard to manifest things when they're lacking. So you should say the words I have and picture what it is that you desire to manifest. And it
Yeah.
makes the manifestations much easier. Quantum hypnosis therapy, regression therapy, is what Dolores Cannon practiced. So, like when they regressed people back, they would get access to the quantum, not the quantum, the like the Akashic records, um, things that were revealed on life contracts, what you signed up for before your birth. And then uh, she also took into quantum healing technique. Um, but it was a type of regression therapy, hypnosis, um, and she also quoted a lot of things that Edgar Casey, however you say his name, um, and he would lay down and go into a trance and give his readings for his clients, and his secretary would take stenography and transcribe in typing the reading for the person and send it out. And they've got a library somewhere of all of his readings because she didn't duplicate. And so his sessions for reading for clients, they're all available to go study and research. Good night, Fatima. Blessings, blessings.
Good night.
Rossi is next. Would you like me to start again, Hershey?
Yes.
I think we got this for you last 2 days ago, Rossi. Yeah, I think these are the same cards for that reading. Um, well, at least one of them. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. So she's. I think there's a situation where um, there's this. All I could say is you either have a relative or a coworker right now that's trying to stir the pot. They're they're thinking they're being slick by spreading gossip and rumors and you know, poisoned words against you or against one of your friends at work that you align with, and it's it's one of those things where it's very, very, very passive aggressive, and from knowing you, I think you like things out and open and on the table. That that passive aggressive stuff does not work. It at the heart of the matter is we've got the three of wands. So it's there at your company, and um, so you know when things are in an uproar, people can get their nose bent on a sheet. Pentacles is the slowest moving suit. It's our Earth suit, and it you eventually move her out because you can't. Your company cannot stand to have this person on the same ground, but it's a long, long road to hoe. Um, it's not going to get fixed this week, this month, but um, cover your ass. You know, make sure that you keep documentation of uh, all the hearsay and rumors that come through the office, he said, she said type things, and that will protect you down the road. And that's what the cards have to say for today for you, Rossi.
Well, I guess the cards are keeping the same
Oh,
theme.
Rossi, I think all got one of those coworkers.
You gotta click the thing and then see the one more right there. Hold on 1 second. Trying to get it to where I can see it.
I can't click the thing and you see. She's talking about.
No, she's teasing me with charcuterie board, but anyway, it's okay. We're gonna get through it. So first and foremost, whatever is coming up, and I do mean whatever's coming up, is gonna be something that they're gonna need you to understand after it's all said and done, you're going to need to fall back. Not just fall back, but you're going to need to really crawl into some solitude and you're going to have to do some self evaluating. You're going to have to look at the situation, evaluate the situations, look back at every single one of them red flags. That's what that fall back is about, right? So when you think about that fall back and what it's telling you reevaluate whether you won or you lost. You have to be able to go back and you have to notice where those red flags are. See which ones you found acceptable and which ones you didn't. Learn to make sure that all red flags are exactly what they are. take them for what they are, give them their space, but then you have to give yourself time after you deal with it. So don't hold on to it for very long because that only hurts you in the long run. But make sure that after you do this fallback, you seriously find some time to be in just hermit or solitude state of mind. When you come out, what they want you to do is they want you to make sure that as above, so below, or however, as above, so below, as within, so without, and onto the universe, onto my soul is mirroring you, right? Everything inside of you is mirroring the outside, and everything on the outside is mirroring the inside. So make sure that you are literally doing some cord cutting, you are using your tools, your affirmations, you are cutting off what isn't serving you. You are literally throwing it away with that full moon. Throw that trash away. Don't carry it. Use what you that can be transformed into something else because you're going to need a lot of strength, right? You're going to call in the power of the ocean and the magician, but we're once again realize that in this unveiled tarot, it's more about remembering that there's two parts of every single card, right? And this one forces you to look at both sides of them and not just one, like some of us tend to look at, right? So remembering that the magician, yep, he's got it all, or she, in this case, got it all. Know what to do with it, blah, 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 blah. I know what to do with this over here. I know what happens if I point something this way. I know I'm extending energy. I know to light candles. I know to this. I know to do that, and blah, 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 right? But also remember, don't get lost in that busyness. Make sure that you are not allowing the busyness to distract you because you, as the magician, must keep up with your magic, and on top of it, you have to know where that ball's at. So if you notice that they're inside of here, he's like the ball. You got to figure out where the ball's at under the cups. So that's what they're doing right there. So make sure that you are keeping up to where your ball is and you. Make sure that you are centered with yourself. They paired that with Queen of Pentacles energy. So yeah, she's great. She's almighty. She's got everything she needs, but also remember she has the tendency to get a little judgy. Even if you're just being judgy with yourself, remember that it is inside of you and you are capable of it. Yes, you're this gorgeous queen for the people and that you are being very balanced outside, but make sure you're not being too judgmental on the inside of you while you're keeping up with you and the ball at the same time and figuring out how to do everything else. But I know you can do it. How do I know that? Because you've got strength, right? And this isn't just the normal strength, right? That short term strength, that's actually on the inside. If you look real carefully, it's the outside. That's that longevity strength, right? It's just not for face sakes. I'm not just going to be strong temporarily. I'm going to need to be strong all the time because that is one crazy, hectic ER room going on. And them doctors and nurses, no matter what the trauma or the tragic is, they have got to be on top of their game. They ain't got time to get ready. They have to stay ready. So make sure you stay in that mentality. After it is all said and done, they paired it with a wonderful card, the Three of Cups. We all know that this is a great celebration card, but remember that all that celebrate with you aren't going to be there to help you clean up. So, yeah, that normal Three of uh, Cups that's going on, and it's the sisters, and we're celebrating. But also remember, make sure those same three are going to stick this out all the way through to the end, and make sure that you're not throwing a party somewhere else because you maybe don't have all of your tidiness together, and they'll be there to help you with that as well. And that's what I've got.
Thank you, Hershey.
Yeah.
And Rossi's saying that she pulled the strength card in her reading this morning.
I can kind of see comments, so I'm gonna be looking like because she's got it big up, blown up big on the TV. So if I'm trying to keep up with comments, I might like y'all see me glancing over there. She's tempting me with food on this side, so I'm kind of split right now. I'm gonna go back.
I had a long
I don't
day
know.
today.
Hard.
About what?
I know that's right.
It was a long week, man.
It has been a long week. It has been a long week. I have a
Amanda
huge
Carroll,
week ahead of me next week. Oh my god, I'm so not looking forward to it. But
are you here, Amanda Carroll?
huh? What?
Amanda Carroll asked for a reading about her. She's looking for work.
What did it say? Hershey, I sent a blind spot card for Mo. Oh,
And Amanda is here.
you
So,
sent it here to
Amanda asked,
Moses? What? Mo, she sent you a blind spot card?
email wise, I think is what she's saying.
Oh, what?
Blind, a blind spot card.
For Mo?
So maybe what Rossi's asking, maybe you can interpret it
Oh, Rossi did
for
a
her.
blind spot read for you with blind spot deck. Okay, after this is over, I did see it come through. I just haven't been able to get to it because my phone is so I will see it though. Thank you.
Amanda Carroll says, I'm still looking for work. Any intelligence on the situation would be great for her. So it is about finding employment.
Like what I use for employment. Can you highlight the question or bring it up so I can like see? Because I don't know if what I've got in front of me will give me what I feel is a comfortable answer. In a second here. There is a slight delay, and I'm not sure exactly how long it is. I'm still
What are you
looking
looking for?
for work. Any info would be a great time. Let me grab the real quick, guys.
Oh, Amanda, I see about the last job that you had. Nine of Swords, your ten of Swords. Your I just got to show you the visual. It's very macabre, and you were stabbed in the back and left to die. They didn't give you the tools to work with, or the tools were stolen by coworkers or management, and they stabbed you in the back. So that's why the last employment. That's why the last place of employment, they did you dirty, and I see that, or the cards see that. What do they want you to do? They want you to be the fool. They want you to strike out on a new journey. I'm saying that the cards say not to get in the same line of business that you were in when you got stabbed in the back and left to die on the floor there. And what should you go into? You've got anything and everything. We got the Seven of Cups. And we all know that this is the head in the clouds, daydreamer, pie in the sky type card. So maybe you're going to have to get very creative and create a job, or go to a place that you want to work and convince them to create a position for you, because it doesn't exist right now. It's in your manifestations. And that's what the cards say for you on this side of Amanda Carroll. Thank you for asking your question.
Oh, okay. So I need to see something.
Thank you for confirmation, Amanda.
So sometimes,
So the
so
deck.
I love this deck because this deck really kind of forces you to see where the interpretation needs to hit, like almost instantly within like a line or two. And this deck is the Wandering Heart, right? So the first card that pops up is mourning, right? I'm like, well, what are we grieving here? But it's not necessarily the mourning like a grief, or I mean, like a grief, right? Like you're mourning from the loss of a spouse or a child. This is more about knowing that you're in the middle of removing the attachment that is no longer serving you. It like takes the words right out of my mouth. You have found optimism about your future, and you understand that in order for you to grow, it can't obsess over an illusion, even if you were married to it. I'm not kidding you. It literally says that. It's time to literally think it forward, right? So the word manifesting comes in, right? So I think about, oh, so that's what we're doing, right? Because we are literally cleaning out everything so that we can make room for something, right? And somewhere in that, you're going to have yourself finding times where maybe you had to be a judge about something, right? So you're going to need to understand that that kind of energy may be needed while you are going through this process, right? So understand that judge in this situation is just so that you don't go too hard on yourself, right? You don't want the grieving to outweigh the fact that it wasn't that serving to begin with, right? Now, if it put a great bit of hurt or funk in your way and it just really funked up the place, then maybe we get a little harder on it, but make sure that you do not get harder on yourself, right? So what the above angels had to say was that in the near future, as long as you communicate incredibly detailed and clearly, I mean, I am talking down to how many phrase you want on feathers if they're included, right? Or how many what do you call them, riffles and things that shake and shimmy and all of that, yeah, sparkles, beads, rhinestones, all of that. Make sure that as you are speaking it into existence in the near future, that you understand that it is saying that you are going to literally create it. They are going to help you communicate the words that you need, but what you are looking for, even if it is strictly volunteer, let them guide you to it after your period of mourning is done and you let go and clean up and make room for everything that new will find you. And that's what I've got for
Hershey, a question for you. What style of learner are you?
you. I would.
Are you are you a reader? Do you like to read books about the process of how to learn and learn your things, or
Learn,
do you like
learn.
hands-on?
Yes, I'm a
Do you
I'm a
like?
ho- I'm hands on. I'm a hands on learner.
And Amanda says thank you. Thank you, Amanda.
You're welcome. You're
Um,
welcome.
I I think that you've witnessed me go through all those YouTube videos on double speed. So I think I'm an auditory learner. I don't have to be paying attention to the screen,
Oh
and
yeah.
I can take in information really quickly. If I need a visual, like the whiteboard or the chalkboard or whatever, you I will glance at it, and I have eye pickup to things. So I think that I guess because I'm a receiver, I hear things and I can retain what I hear. Um, but when I don't use a lot of visual processing, I do, but I can get the concept very quickly and sort of go into daydream if the same picture is in front of me for any length of time. Like, I may have to process it for a couple milliseconds, and then my brain automatically goes into sort of daydream mode, but hyper focused on the wording and the listening. And I think that is why I have a good ability to remember my dreams, because I'm not doing a lot of visual processing while I sleep. So there's all this visual space in um, the brain's cortex while I sleep that it doesn't have to process. So it can bring up all these beautiful, crazy, wild visuals. And I think that's why I remember my dreams. And plus, I think dreams do mean something. And so I've taught myself that when I first wake up, I don't move, and I think over the dreams that I can remember throughout the night. Some nights, like last night, I queued up 10 dreams. Other nights, I only remember the very last dream of the night.
I only remember my dreams if I guess if I like have it in threes or something, and it's kind of weird, and then it usually happens or some part of it comes true, and it's just like I don't know if dreaming is something I enjoy that much. So I know I work a lot at night, but I don't know. I've had some pleasant dreams, but I'd say that 60-40, maybe 70-30 are not the greatest because they usually and it could literally be just as simple as the part of it that's true that is I went through a drive through or I went for a walk. I mean, it could literally be most outlandish ever, but there's still a form, a part, a very small part that comes true, and it's just like, dang, like how did that like happen like that? Like there's something very specific about it, and you'd be like, man, I kind of in a weird way dreamt some form or version of this, but yeah, no, I don't care for dreams very much, or at least I don't think I do. They seem confusing most of the time to me, and I don't understand them. And I wake up like, what the hell? What's that supposed to mean? Probably overthink it.
Well, there's since our dreams don't have to follow the laws of physics and the natural world, they can become quite bizarre. But I think I remember you telling me that when you have dreams, like you said, the three times, that those are your precognizant dreams that eventually come to pass or you witness in some form or another.
Yeah, yeah. It's not always usually the friendliest.
Um, Amanda Carroll says, I keep seeing butter yellow items in her dreams. Butter yellow is a nice color. I tend to see a lot of chocolate browns and rich burgundies and royal blues and purples. Kind of dark,
My phone or I would
muted.
does butter yellow mean go and Google it to see if it
Well,
has a spiritual meaning. I mean, I'm sure the color yellow has a very specific spiritual meaning, but like, I wonder if there's like uh something specific, like you hear cardinal yellow or mustard yellow, or I don't think I've ever heard like butter yellow before. So it's like, what would
well,
that mean?
So it'd be the energy of your solar plexus chakra, um, mixed with white light. To take down the bright yellow of it to get it to butter yellow. You add white to tone things. You add black to you add white to tint things. You add black to tone things. I see a lot of tones.
Why is this somewhat in my way? But I get the gist of it. Thank you.
So it's a dream that she had that she saw a little furniture arrangement, sort of like in maybe a Barbie playhouse or something like that, um, in a doll's house, and all the furnitures were in light yellows. Well, maybe you have a color palette preference that calms you or is pleasing to you. Maybe that's why the yellow. And a lot of people say they don't dream in color, but I definitely can tell my dreams, if they were in color or black and white. Um, a lot of people don't dream in color, but I seem to dream in color quite often.
Most of mine are. Rarely do I have black and white dreams. I thought it was common. I didn't know that.
Never had black and white.
Um, and it may be a generational thing because, the early TVs were black and white. And we kind of, that was our visual thinking that our dreams were a play or a teledrama playing out. And maybe that's why people dreamt in black and white. Or
Well, maybe if I
maybe
look
some
black
people
and
didn't
white,
have.
pay attention to the details of the color after, because I lose it after I wake up anyways.
Right, right. No, usually mine's like full color, like I like vivid sometimes, like almost I could literally taste the water or feel the sweat from the bicycle I'm riding, or feel the
Okay, so
adrenaline rush in the car I'm riding. It's
so that is almost
sometimes.
Yeah.
that almost sounds like a type of synesthesia.
It's weird sometimes, and then it's like once I have it the second time, it's like I start shaking my head, like especially if it was one that I wasn't very comfortable in. It's like, oh no, I don't, no, 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 like. So yeah, I don't enjoy dreaming. It's not a thing I enjoy. I like sleeping and then waking up and being like, nope, I did not dream. I love it, or at least not that I remember. So
So Amanda, when I think about arranging furniture in a doll's house, are you first question that comes to mind? Are you feeling small at this time because you're not employed? Do you are you not being seen for who you are? And the second thing I would say that would be important in your dream um,
talk about
is your house in order, or are you trying to put your house in order? If you don't have worries at home, then the quest for a job will be easier because you don't have to um, clean before you go out and look. Everything's tidy and in its place. Those would be the points that I see, uh, maybe to pay attention to in your dreams. And do you have a possession that's butter yellow, that's truly truly beloved, or are you did you lose a possession that was butter yellow?
See,
Yeah, Rossi says yellow is knowledge, also solar plexus and digestive tract.
Oh, okay.
So, so yeah, those are the correspondences of the colors. But I'm just trying to put, anything to that dream, what it might represent. I get a fresh chance to put my house in order. I have this great new opportunity coming up in this next week. I get to dismantle a toxic place and go to a fresh new place for me.
Very true. Very true.
So, did you have a yellow bedroom when you were younger, or a place, a yellow room where your classroom's yellow, and it calmed you? Um, my house is rather digital and it is a disaster. I'll have to ponder the yellow. Well, as long as it works for you, and it is not totally hoarded and unhealthy to live in, um, life can't happen with a perfect. Life can happen with a perfect house, but um, if you want to manifest a housekeeper, you can do it.
Suppose you can. Well, I'm always saying if you think pennies, you'll get pennies. But if you think dollars, you'll get dollars. Mhm.
Well, we've gone through the three questions. People that asked for readings. Is there anybody else that's looked in that didn't get a reading and would like one? All you got to do is type me in capital letters, and we will be glad to read for you. Oh, okay. That's why you said digital. Your digital house is messy. Your house is great. Love it. It's clean. It's life that's messy. The online life. Um,
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
fortunately, I haven't had trolls for a long time. I guess I don't have enough of a platform for the trolls to think that they've scored a triumph if they disrupt things. But there early on, I was getting visited by Tarot Destroyer all the time.
They suck. They suck. They suck.
I'm glad. I'm glad I don't miss him.
Don't either. I let my mods play whack a troll. All right, everybody. This is good night, and we will catch up with you guys on Tuesday. No meta messages on Monday, guys. I will be on a train. Remember, if you guys want to buy me a coffee or if you want to help out in any way, you can reach out. All of my information is in my about section on my channel. Make sure you guys do all the YouTubey things. Thomas, you got anything you want to say to the gem?
Just check out the shorts that pop up at 11 a.m. every day. I am just about finalized through the last suit of swords, so I think I'm on number 76. Oh no, how many cards? 67 of the 78 cards. So I'm making my way through the spades or the swords at the moment. Mandy Carroll says cinnamon tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. You go out and make it a great night. We love you. Take care.